All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I am your host today, John, and happy Tuesday. I hope you had a really good Memorial Day weekend. It goes way too quick. I'll tell you, there was a lot of sports. Sunday, like Scott and I talked about, it was the holy grail of motorsports, Monaco, Indy, Coca Cola 600. Just a spectacular day. Brian and I also had a podcast yesterday about baseball. We're a third of the way through. Where the heck did that go? You know, I'm telling you, we're at the third pole. It's coming quick. All right, let's talk about what happened yesterday, Monday, in the world of sports. And go Carolina Hurricanes. They saved their season. They snapped their 15-game losing streak in the Eastern Conference Finals, going all the way back to 2007. Oh my gosh. They get a big 3-0 win at Florida. All right, watch out for the Hurricanes. Frederick Anderson was back in goal for the Canes. He stopped all 20 shots, and they just looked spectacular. They really were suffocating on defense. I watched the game. The first two periods, they held Florida to only 12 shots on goal, and honestly, they weren't very many good chances. They killed the power play very effectively. They were just that was the team we've been waiting to see, right? Now, for all you Carolina fans out there, don't despair. This is the same Florida team that had a 3-0 lead on the Edmonton Oilers last year and had to barely pull it off in game 7 at home in the finals. So anything can happen. I mean, really, you're heading back to Carolina. Okay, you get the win. All you have to do is get the win on, I believe it's Saturday. I think it goes Wednesday, Saturday, maybe Wednesday, Friday. You just got to get a win in Friday, and then you got game 7 at home. This is very doable for Carolina. Uh, you know, Florida has a way of just kind of letting off the gas, especially when they get a 3-0 lead. Maybe Carolina's going to let them make them pay. I don't know. But I tell you, it was a really, really good defensive game. Let's go over to the association. And in the NBA, OKC got a very hard fought 128-126 at Minnesota. SGA was spectacular. Uh, 12 and 14 free throws, and believe me, they needed most of them at the end. Jalen Williams showed up in a big, big way for OKC. 13 of 24. He had 34 points, 6 of 9 from the three-pointers, and that really seemed to be the dagger. Every time Minnesota would make a run, Oklahoma City, Holmgren or Williams would hit a three-pointer. It was just unbelievable. Holmgren himself had a very, very good game. 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 blocks, including a huge block at the end of the game. It was just down to the final nub. And I think Minnesota knew they had to win this game to have any chance in the series. You can't go down 3-1 and have 2 games in OKC. And Edwards, I can't even blame him for what I'm going to tell you right now. He only had 16 points, but OKC did a very nice job of double teaming him every time he got to the arc. Every time they passed it to him, they were just smothering on him. I mean, it was suffocating. Now, Ant did a really nice job of passing out of the double team. A lot of his teammates took advantage. Unfortunately, one of them wasn't Julius Randle. He only had 5 points. You know, it was just one of those games. It was a tough game to lose for him. And my personal opinion is I think this is the finals. I think whoever wins here is going to win the championship. We're going to see what happens with Indiana and New York. That's still to be played out. Also, in the world of sports, unfortunately, Liverpool soccer team had a celebration parade, and there was a collision. It was considered not terrorism. 47 people were injured. A 53-year-old man is in custody. 27 people were taken to the hospital. It's a very tragic situation. Hopefully, they all recover. And you know what? It's just the kind of thing that happens today. We saw it in New Orleans, right? When the FBI and the cops didn't put the bollards in, and some gentleman in a Cybertruck went on the sidewalk and started mowing people down. I just don't understand for the life of me why they can't have these parades in secure areas. where cars can't get to very easily. But, what do I know, right? All right, let's get to what happened in the day in Major League Baseball. Tigers keep on rolling. At home, they beat the Giants 3-1. They are 35-20, playing spectacular baseball. I am telling you, they are a real threat to win those World Series because the top two monsters at the head of their rotation in Skubal and Mize. Red Sox lost to the Brewers 3-2. Crochet took the loss. It's just an unfortunate situation. He is 4-4 with a 2.0 ERA. Talk about some hard luck going on there. But, you know, hopefully in the bottom 2/3 of the schedule, he can get his rhythm going a little quicker. I mean, the guy's pitching lights out. They're just not scoring. What are you going to do? Cubs beat the Rockies 3-1. I was talking to Brian about that. Do teams just have to show up to get a win? I mean, just mail it in. We could save a lot of resources. We could save the climate. Don't even fly into Colorado. Just give me the 3 wins now. Orioles in an upset beat the Cardinals 5-2. Excuse me. Orioles 19-34. I mean, really, Charlie Morton finally, Mr. $11 million pitcher, finally got a win. 1-7 is 7.09 ERA. Christ's sake. Blue Jays beat the Rangers. Excuse me. The first start that Jacob deGrom, God help me out, had without a recorded strikeout. Gosman got the win. deGrom got the loss. deGrom is 4-2 with a 2.4 ERA. The Rangers have lost 6 of 7. They're just in a really bad slump right now. The Mets beat the White Sox because everybody except the Rangers can beat the White Sox. Reds beat the Royals 7-4. Royals still 29-26. They had that long winning streak. They seem to be coming back to earth a little more. Dodgers beat the Guardians 7-2. Rays beat the Twins 7-2. Yamamoto got the win for the Dodgers. He is 6-3 with a 1.97 ERA. Brian really made a good point on our podcast about Max Fried being the best free agent signing. Yamamoto might be up there too. We're going to talk about that on Thursday on our podcast. The D-backs beat the Pirates 5-0 because why not? And the Padres beat the Marlins 4-3. The Angels lost to the Yankees, and I was watching that Aaron Judge. I was watching the game. That guy is just lights out. I mean, he's hitting 400. There's a prop in Las Vegas where it was minus 225. Get this. A triple crown's a really difficult thing to do. Very few individuals have done it. The last one to do it was Miguel Cabrera for the Tigers. And you got to win the home run, the batting title, and the RBI title. And it was minus 225 for him to win the Triple Crown. And I was there. So the take back was plus 200 that he would win it. I'm sorry. Minus 225, he would not win it. And I was thinking to myself, Jesus, man, that's how good this guy is. Because all he has to do is go on the IL for 2 weeks, and he's not going to win the RBI or he's not, win the home run. Yeah, the average is still the average. I get it. But those other things get threatened when you go on the IL. Just playing great baseball. It is amazing. I did see another statistic, and I'm going to bring this up to Brian. He came into the league, or basically he's the same age as Mike Trout. And what a different trajectory their careers have taken. Judge didn't get to the major leagues until 2017, and by then, Mike Trout was already incredibly established. He was in the middle of just one of the greatest 4-year runs we'd ever seen. 2 MVPs, 2 second places. I mean, wow. And now look at how the worm has turned in the last 9 years, since 17. Wow. Yikes. All right. That's it from Off the Rails Sports Podcast. And please hit your like and subscribe button. Leave some comments. I will try and respond to them all. And we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast.